Hey, profitable creator, Molly here, and in this video, I'm going to share with you how to consistently enroll students into your online course. Now, maybe you already have your course and you've already made sales, and now you're wondering how you can get those sales to be consistent. Or maybe you're somebody who has your course idea or is thinking about a course and wants to know how to eventually make consistent sales with that course. You are going to learn just that in this video, so make sure to watch all the way to the end to learn all the steps on how you can start making sales with your course consistently month after month. If we have not met before, hello, my name is Molly. I've done over $7 million in online course sales. I started out as a photographer, built a successful studio. People ask me how I did it, so I built an online course for photographers. I built that to over $2 million per year, and now I help people turn their passion into an online course that is profitable from day one. If you like this topic, go ahead and give this video a like. And if you're excited to learn what's in this video and you want to learn more about online courses, go ahead and subscribe to my channel to get all of my videos on online courses, how you can build your audience, your sales, and your course online. All right, so let's dive into how to make consistent sales with your course month after month. So what I'm about to share with you is what you need to do after you've already pre-sold your course, proven your idea, and made at least $10,000 in sales with your online course. Now, if you haven't done that yet, you can obviously still keep watching this video to learn how you're gonna do this eventually, but I don't want you to think that this is what you do from day one. I see a lot of people out there running Facebook ads that are like, turn your course passive from day one, like start making automated, consistent sales from day one without ever doing, without ever proving your idea or without ever pre-selling your course or teaching it live or doing all those things. I 100% disagree with that. I absolutely think that you need to do pre-sales first. You need to teach the first round of your course live first. I talk all about this in all of my other YouTube videos. You can go and check those out. Today's video though is focusing on how you can go from getting those first sales to getting consistent sales with your online course. All right, so I have 4 main steps on how to do this. Step number 1 is to create a free training. I call these live lessons, but many people call these webinars. The reason I call mine live lesson is because I think that your webinar should be more about teaching and less about just all the time selling. Obviously, you do need to do some selling so that you can get students into your course, because those who pay attention, and selling is serving. So that's really important. But the first thing you need to do is to create that live lesson or webinar, right? Because once you create this, then you can go ahead and teach this live. You can get a lot of people to opt into this, and you can teach them live. And this way you can enroll a lot of people all at the same time. Now you might be wondering, what exactly is a webinar? What exactly is a live lesson? Now, I bet a lot of you people have probably been on a webinar before, but if you haven't, basically what it is you put in your name and email address, you opt in to receive this training. Some of them are done automatically, some of them are done live. I'm talking about the live version because you want to do the live before you do the automated. So you would opt in and say, oh, hey, I'd love to attend this webinar that's going to happen June 2nd at 2 p.m. or whatever that is. And then at that date and time, you would show up and they would host this training live. Typically it's with slides or like a face video like this, and they're teaching you what they promised in the title. So my webinar title is How to Turn Your Passion into an Online Course That's Profitable from Day One. And if you want to see exactly what a webinar is like step by step, I'm actually going to be linking you to watch my webinar on demand at the end of this video. Okay, so once you've gone ahead and you've created your webinar, then what you want to do is you want to host it live every single month or more. Now, I personally like to do monthly. I know people that even do weekly. And don't worry, you're not going to have to do this for the rest of your life. This is just so that you can prove that concept, work out the bugs, and get your webinar converting consistently so that you can eventually automate it. So what this will look like is maybe, every Tuesday or every Thursday or whatever day works for you and also works best for with your ideal clients in mind. You're going to pick a day and time, and you're going to do your webinar every single week at that day and time. Now, how it's going to work is you're going to spend the time leading up to the webinar presentation to actually fill your webinar with people. Maybe this is from your social media following or your email list following or whatever that is. And if you don't have a following yet, I have tons of videos on that in my YouTube channel as well. but you're going to fill your webinar, then you're going to go live, present the webinar, and sell people in. Now, if you go and you do the webinar, or you go to promote the webinar and nobody signs up, then you know that either you don't have a following or the title is not resonating with your following, right? Now, if you get people to sign up for the webinar and nobody shows, then you know that you're not sending the right amount of emails or the right amount of reminders to those that have signed up. Now, if you fill your webinar and 20% of or more people show up to your webinar, that is great. So let's say you give your webinar presentation, everything's going great, but nobody buys at the end. That would indicate that your webinar needs work and your webinar does not sell. There's really no way around it. It's really hard to hear like, oh, your webinar doesn't sell. Your webinar is not good enough. But that's the truth. The truth is in the metrics. The truth is in the numbers. So let's say now you fill your webinar, 20% or more show up, you do your webinar, and 5% buy. That's good, but can you make it higher? Yes. I find you can get it usually if you keep working on it around 10% live. With an automated webinar, that's different. That's going to be more like 1% to 2%, but we're talking about live webinars here. So again, number one, you're going to want to create that free training. Number two, you're going to want to host it every single month or every single week live so that you just keep pumping people into it, doing the live presentation, and you're going to sell people over and over and over. And this is a way for you to sell one to many, right? You're not just selling one person in, you're not just doing one coaching session or one photography session or one service, insert your service here. You're able to sell one to many. So, if you get 1,000 people on your webinar and 20% show up, so that's 200 people, and then 10% of those buy, you get 20 sales at $1,000 each, then that's $20,000. That's incredible. By the way, if my math is wrong, go ahead, correct me and yell at me in the comments below. But, you can see how when you do that, like that'd be $20,000 every month or every week, depending on how frequently you're doing this. And that's just with you going live for 1 hour, once a month, 20K. Like how cool would that be? And yeah, it's so much easier for me to say that than it is to go and do it, right? It's going to take work. It's going to take tweaking. It's going to take improving, but those are the first two steps. Then step number 3 is rinse and repeat. Do this webinar. Like once you get it working, do it over and over and over and over. This is the biggest thing that I see, the biggest mistake that I see people making is they'll do a webinar and they're like, oh, I only got 20 sales. And it's like, that's good. Like they just didn't know what the good metrics are. Like 20% or more to show to your webinar is great. 10%, like even 5%, 10%, 15% sales is fantastic. So once you get it converting well, do it over and over and over and over. This is huge. Like you don't understand how long it can take some people to get their webinar converting. So like once you get it converting, you just do that over and over and over to rinse and repeat sales. Now, number 4 is once you're consistently converting, then you can automate this. You can create what's called an automated webinar funnel or a passive income funnel. Same thing, people just call it all different stuff. But basically what you're going to do is you're going to take that webinar and you're going to make it so that somebody can opt in and watch it instantly and purchase from you without you even having to go live. So it's like first you're going to pre-sell your course, which is going to be more of your time. Then you're going to do this live and sell one to many, which is less of your time. Then you're going to be able to automate your sales, which is even less of your time, which is not trading your time for money at all, which is so, so cool. So that is my formula for how to consistently enroll students into your course month after month. Now, maybe you're wondering just how to come up with your topic for your course or how to test it and get paid or how to get that first $10,000 in sales or how to build a following for your course. I'm going to teach you all of that and more in my free online training, which is how to turn your passion into an online course that's profitable from day one. So whether you want to learn all those things or you just want to see how a webinar works, go ahead. I'm going to bring up my slides and show you step-by-step how you can register for your free seat. Just go to profitablecourses.com/class. And here it's going to take you to a page where you can sign up for the class. The class is called How to Turn Your Passion into an Online Course That's Profitable from Day One. Even if you're unsure what to teach, feel inexperienced, don't have a following, or you're short on time. We're going to be covering my profitable idea framework so you can nail down your course idea or ensure the one that you already have picked out will be profitable and get your students crazy good results. I'm going to be showing you my Post-it Power Power Hour framework so you can create your course content in 1 hour and get your course up and running ASAP. I'm also going to be sharing with you my profitable following framework and how I use it to grow a following from $0 to $17,000 in course enrollments in 30 days, even during the peak of the pandemic. This is super fun workshop. You're going to get a ton out of it. As soon as you enroll, you're going to get a bonus of my profitable course Kickstart workbook, and I'm going to be sending you some additional free training videos so that you can start to get results and help right away. Students have had great results with my teaching, so go ahead, just click any of the pink "Yes, I'd want to attend" buttons. Go ahead and select the date and time that you want. It will ask you to put your time zone, first name, email address, and phone number is optional, and then you can click to register now. I can't wait to see you there.